Hey everyone, welcome back to Kids Get Smart TV. I'm your host, Esther, and I'm super excited you're here today. Do you know what rumbles, roars, and sometimes goes kaboom? That's right, volcanoes. Today, we're going on an exciting and fiery adventure to discover the secrets of these amazing mountains. We'll learn what volcanoes are, how they form, and even take a peek at volcanoes in outer space. So, put on your explorer hats, grab your adventure backpacks, and let's jump right in. Okay, explorers, let's start with the basics. What is a volcano? A volcano is a special kind of mountain that can erupt. That means it can explode with lava, smoke, ash, and gas. Whoa, that sounds wild, right? Deep inside the earth, there is a layer of melted rock called magma. Think of magma as hot, gooey rock soup. Now imagine this. When the pressure builds up really high, the magma needs to escape. It pushes its way up through cracks in the Earth's crust and bursts out of the volcano. When the magma comes out, it's called lava. That's the red, hot, glowing stuff that flows down the sides of the volcano. Let's take a quick tour of a volcano's parts. At the very bottom, there's a magma chamber. This is where the hot, melted rock collects. Then, there's the main vent. That's the tunnel the magma uses to travel up. At the top is the crater, a bowl-shaped opening where the eruption happens. And don't forget the lava flow, which is what we see rolling down the mountain. Kind of like a soda bottle that's been shaken. When you open it, the pressure makes the soda explode out. That's what volcanoes are like. Now, let's talk about where volcanoes come from. First, we need to look deep inside the earth. Our planet has layers, like a giant cake. The top layer is called the crust. That's where we live. Under that is the mantle, which is hot and gooey. Then comes the outer core, made of liquid metal. And in the center is the inner core, a solid ball of iron. Now the Earth's crust isn't one big piece. It's actually made of giant puzzle pieces called tectonic plates. These plates are always moving, very slowly, but they move. Sometimes these plates crash into each other, pull apart, or slide past one another. When they move, magma from the mantle can rise up through the cracks. That's how many volcanoes form. Right at the edges of tectonic plates. Other volcanoes form in the middle of plates where there are hot spots, like Hawaii. Hot spots are areas where magma burns through the crust like a blowtorch. Not all volcanoes look the same. Let's explore the three main types. Shield volcanoes. These volcanoes are wide and shaped like a warrior's shield. They have gentle slopes and their lava flows easily. A famous example is Mauna Loa in Hawaii. Cinder Cone volcanoes. These are the smallest type. They're steep and made from bits of ash and rock called cinders. A great example is Paricutin in Mexico. It actually grew in a farmer's field. Stratovolcanoes or composite volcanoes. These are the big, tall, and scary looking ones. They're made of layers of lava and ash. They can be explosive. Examples include Mount Fuji in Japan and Mount St. Helens in the USA. Each type has its own personality. Some are calm and some are wild. Let's take a trip around the world and meet some famous volcanoes. Mount Vesuvius in Italy. This volcano erupted in 79 AD and buried the city of Pompeii under ash. People found the city perfectly preserved hundreds of years later, Mount St. Helens in Washington State, USA. In 1980, it had a huge eruption that blew the top right off the mountain, Krakatoa in Indonesia. One of the loudest eruptions in history. People heard it over 3,000 miles away. Mount Fuji in Japan. A tall and beautiful volcano. It hasn't erupted in a long time, but it's still considered active. Mauna Loa in Hawaii, the largest volcano on Earth, and it's still active today. These volcanoes are like the celebrities of the volcanic world. So what happens when a volcano erupts? First, the ground shakes. That's an earthquake. It means magma is moving. Then boom, lava shoots out. Ash clouds rise into the sky. Sometimes pieces of rock called volcanic bombs fly through the air. There can also be something called a pyroclastic flow, a superfast cloud of hot gas, ash, and rock. It moves like a race car and can destroy everything in its path. And guess what? Sometimes there's lightning in the ash cloud. We call that volcanic lightning. It looks like a thunderstorm mixed with fire. Spooky and beautiful. Would you believe people actually live near volcanoes? It's true. Why? The ash from volcanoes makes the soil super rich. That means great farming. People use the underground heat from volcanoes to make electricity. That's called geothermal energy. But it's not all fun and farming. Volcanoes can be dangerous. That's why people have evacuation plans, and scientists watch volcanoes all the time. Safety first. Earth isn't the only place with volcanoes. Outer space has them too. On Mars, there's a volcano called Olympus Mons. It's the tallest volcano in the whole solar system, almost 3 times taller than Mount Everest. Venus has lots of volcanoes. Some scientists think some are still erupting. On Io, one of Jupiter's moons, volcanoes shoot lava so high it goes into space. Even in the cold darkness of space, volcanoes are bringing the heat. Volcanoes are amazing, but we must respect them. That's where scientists called volcanologists come in. They use tools to measure gas, earthquakes, and ground movements. They even use drones and satellites to watch from the sky. When something changes, they alert people to get ready. If you live near a volcano, here are a few tips. Have a family emergency plan. Pack a volcano safety kit with food, water, a flashlight, and masks. Listen to emergency alerts and evacuate if needed. Being prepared can save lives. Wow, volcanoes are so cool and hot. Today we learned what volcanoes are, how they're formed, their different types, and even explored ones on other planets. We also learned how scientists study them and how to stay safe. If you had fun learning with me today, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. And remember to hit that subscribe button so you never miss another smart adventure. We've got more awesome videos coming your way right here on Kids Get Smart TV. Thanks for watching. I'm Esther, your Explorer Guide, and I'll see you next time. Boom.